Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome back to all the participants joining me on this session. So, participants, as you are aware, we have started our journey into the cloud and we provisioned yesterday the machines into the cloud. As part of the machines into the Azure Cloud, we have provisioned Azure virtual machines into the account and we have started to take actions into this virtual machine. So how did we go ahead and take actions into it? We provision a virtual machine. Into that virtual machine, we did connect to that machine via the SSH method. Once that SSH method is made available, we have attempted to go ahead and start taking the services by connecting with that instance, doing an SSH, and then running the commands that involved Maven commands execution, that involved Java installation, Maven installation. Then we did go ahead and uh, let this machine to go ahead and get installed with Jenkins and Tomcat. So participants, yesterday we have used Jenkins. If you guys remember, let me go ahead and give you output first. Then you will then I'll explain you the reference. Just give me a minute. I'm looking for the public IP.
Kumar, below is there. That option is available at the below. Previous page. Yeah, and under networking, public IP address is there. Bottom at in properties at networking below one. Public IP address is there.
You will not get public IP address unless you start it. Right now, the machine is not started. I let that machine started. So you will get here in network IPs also. The thing is, I did not start that machine. So it is getting started. Now you will get that IP address. You do a page refresh.
Okay.
I wanted you guys to follow the same logic. Make sure that your machine is stopped during non-practice hours. During practice, make your machine up and running. This will help you to minimize the billing. Otherwise, unnecessary billing will happen in your account. These are it's not about expensive, but the credits will not be useful for you or they're not used properly. So don't let your billing to go for unnecessary resources. So have the public IP address for this machine here.
Kumar, here I got one question.
Yes, please.
Go to Azure Cloud.
Give me another 1 minute if you don't mind. Let me confirm with all the participants whether the application is running or not. Participants, do you see my application is running?
Yes, Kumar, it is.
I'm sharing with all of you people. Go ahead and confirm me. Participants, everyone should confirm me.
Yes, Kumar, it's working.
It's working?
Yes, it's working.
Kumar, I'm getting potential risk in this link something.
Yes, Kumar, it's working.
Click on exception, add under advanced. It is like your firewall is blocking that request.
Okay. There is no option to advance also even.
Use any other browser, like you use browser like Edge, Internet Explorer, something which is less secure, it will work.
Okay.
Okay. So participants, the reason why I was asking you to verify is I have a virtual machine in Azure Cloud. I've opened up port 8081 for my Tomcat and the application is running. I resolved this application. The application started to run. So yesterday we were facing the issues. I'll explain about the problem and the statement and the solution. I will take a question from one of the participants and then I'll come back. Yeah, you are asking me a question. Please go ahead. Someone from the
Yes,
participant? Yeah.
yes, Kumar. So go to that SSS connection.
Go to assist connection. Okay.
Okay, for example, I have edited the private key part, but where I can save it, I think there is no saving option. When that click on home button, it will showing a pop-up message. Your changes is not saved. So whether you can save it or cancel. So I can't able to see it save option here. Is recommended or yes.
What is that you want? Save in the sense, what do you
Yes.
want to save?
For example, I can put the private key part Azure newly created file.
Okay.
I need to save this one, private key part.
It cannot be saved, right? It's just based upon your
Okay.
connection. It will always suggest you. It's just a suggestion. You cannot save this.
Okay, Kumar. I go facing another permission is while connecting that SSL key public IP. If you don't miss, I share miss.
Do let me know what is that about. Yeah, you can share your screen. Please do let me know.
Let me know once you will see it. Miss.
va.m Venkat Cloud at the rate at. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. Now what you do, can you go to your key pair on the downloads? Okay. Right click, open that with a notepad. Open with a notepad. Okay. Select all of this. Select Control A.
I select.
So now create a new file with the same name on your desktop. vazkp.pem.
New folder and notepad.
Yeah. Create a new notepad, new file. Save as same name. Put in double quotes. Put in double quotes. Yeah. VA double quotes.
You mean
VA.
double I.
What is the name that you have given to the key pair?
P Azure key pair.
Okay. Dot pem. Put it in double quotes before pem and before v double quotes so that it will not save in the txt file. Yeah. Close this with m double quotes. Save it now. So why did I made you to do this? Is that because your key pair is saying clearly it has bad permission. That means the permissions are not allowing you to be open. So what we did go ahead and copy the content in another file with less privileges. Now close this file. Okay. Go to your folder, which is on desktop. Yeah. Try to do SSH now from this location.
வாங்க போற பாருங்க.
Guys, check your audio, please. Nope. Your key pair. SSH hyphen I. Type in if you don't mind. Type in SSH minus I. It's BAZ. It's not AZ keypad. It's BAZ.
Correct, sir.
Now you're connected to this machine.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what was the issue? I'll tell you. The issue was your key pair, which you are running in downloads, had some kind of permissions which was blocking your access. So what did I do? I come out of that downloads by creating a new copy of the same key pair on desktop with lesser privileges. That's all I've done.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, welcome. Participants, any other questions you have?
Yeah, Kumar, yesterday we have discussed about the, I'm unable to clone the repo.
You're able
Kumar?
to clone the repo. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, Kumar.
Yeah, what is your issue?
Can I share my screen?
Yeah,
Actually,
please.
I'm unable to get this cloning option. I'm just trying to clone this one. The option itself not able to see here.
Mm-hmm. If you're
You can
sharing
see
your
my screen.
screen, please confirm.
Okay, let me try once. Yeah, 1 second. Is it visible to you all now?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, okay. I'm just closing this one again. I'm just trying to clone with this GitHub desktop.
Okay.
See, for you, it is like a cloning option should be, we can see there, but I'm not getting that option here. Why I don't know.
Yes, the good thing is you've already cloned it onto your desktop. Double check on your desktop wherever you've cloned it. Can you check it?
I have already cloned and deleted it, that previous one. As a part of Jenkins, we have to go delete and we have to set the starting.
Can you right click this? Can you go step by step? Now what do? You go to your GitHub desktop on the current repository like file, beta, everything on your right hand side. Right click that one, right click, remove that.
Okay.
Yeah, remove this option. We'll clone it one more time fresh. Yeah, remove it. Now what do?
Okay.
You pick your application code, whatever it is, right? Clone it and remember the path where you're cloning. See, clone. Wait. Yeah, clone it onto your desktop. Choose the desktop as an option. Choose desktop as an option. Yeah, because it is going under documents GitHub folder. Pick it as desktop
Okay.
and select the folder and clone it. Now it will clone. So now
Yeah.
on your desktop, you will see a folder called beta. There you see there is a folder called beta, right?
Okay. Yeah.
In this current scenario, you might be running with a branch. So change your branch
My,
for to develop branch. You will see the changes in your repo.
yeah, now I
There
got
are
it.
more files in it.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Now, participants, do you have any more questions? Okay, let me tell you how did I made a progress into this. This it is very, very important from where I started this. So participants, we have picked this machine yesterday. Yesterday we did provision this machine. I hope everybody are clear with the way that I provisioned this machine. Any doubts on provisioning of this machine? If you want to learn about it, I would request you to revisit the previous recording so that you will learn about the way that machines do get provisioned. this master DevOps machine. How did I provision yesterday? Followed simple steps. I picked up Ubuntu 20 series. Into that, I put a key pair and provisioned it. So the machine started for me. Into that machine, I was trying to do a SSH connection. You can use SSH method here and give the reference for your key pair azkp.pem. So I need this key pair. So participants, what I normally do, this is something which is applicable for you. I go ahead and store a copy of this key pair in my storage called Azure Storage. I'll talk about Azure Storage also. You can create an Azure Storage account and store your files into it. Azure Storage is all about storing your data. It's like your Google Drive. You go ahead and store your data into it. This is something which is a suggestion for you. How to store it, I'll talk about it later, but an option is given to you. You can just create and give a name, and then from there you can start storing your data. I'll talk about it much more detail. This is an option that you have. So what I'm going to do, participants, I'm going to go ahead and double check whether this key pair is available with me. The key pair is not available. Give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get it from my storage. Give me a minute, guys. Yeah, I'm back in the session now. So this is the URL, or this is the SSH command. So pull up your SSH and memorize which location did you keep your SSH key. I kept it on my desktop. So navigate to that location. CD OneDrive, there is a desktop. Do a check. I do say there is a key pair. So SSH -I Azure keypair.pem Azure Cloud at the public IP. So I'm making a connect to that machine. Yes, I did made a connection to that machine. So yesterday, the same process we have followed. We have installed machines. We have installed, what do you call it, as Java, which was required. We did install. We did install.
Sorry for
Yeah, please suggest. Yeah.
we can able to do it these commands inside that Ubuntu machine also.
Yeah, we are actually, I'm inside the Ubuntu machine itself. This is my master.
Okay, how can we connect that directly into the like Windows machine in Ubuntu? For example, we can connect that to Windows machine into RDP connection, right? In Linux or Ubuntu, we can connect it to a FTP server, or is any other way to directly connect that server?
Okay, let me address this. When it comes to connection, definitely you will find the two OS. One OS is Windows.
Yes.
I'll just keep it as W. That means Windows or Win. There is Linux. Okay. So when it comes to Windows, RDP is supported. But when it comes to Linux, SSH is recommended, and SSH is the method that most of the Linux supports. RDP is Windows, so you get UI with regards to GUI. When it comes to SSH, there are 100 plus distributions we have. Right now, we are using the number one distribution, which is Ubuntu. So Ubuntu, as of now, till date, it is only giving me terminal access. No UI access is offered us. Only terminal. This is a terminal. You are able to connect via terminal. This is a terminal, the black screen. No UI is offered till date at this price. Maybe if you pay extra cost, it is very, very expensive. It is only for enterprise clients they will give you. But for free software, they won't give you the UI. Is that okay?
Oh, okay, okay. Thanks for clarifying that.
Welcome.
Yes, okay. Thanks.
Now, Java is installed, Maven is installed, Tomcat also we have installed. Now, what I've done, participants, or what was the other thing was Jenkins we have installed. So let's go to Jenkins 20.0858.Jenkins. Jenkins runs at port 8080. So what did I do into this Jenkins? I did create two jobs. What was my first job? What was my first job about? The first job was to go ahead and build the project. Whatever the project that we had, we were building that project. So how did I build the project? If you look at the configuration, you'll get the project. So I did mention the URL for the source code. I gave the branch from where it will pull the code. I made it to go ahead and run cleaning of the packages and then get a new package. With that, I was able to go ahead and build the environment. And then I would like to go ahead and do build, like the build process started. So build process will go ahead and give you the build artifact. The build artifact is available here. If you look at the build artifact is available here. Artifact means output, the var package. The var package was available. So participants, what we needed for the artifact, why we need artifact, because or how we will use this artifact. Once your artifact is available, my app.var file, we will use that var file and run it inside our Tomcat. So for that, I have installed Tomcat. Yesterday, I have installed Tomcat into it. So if you want to confirm, go to var/lib/Tomcat and do an ls. You see Tomcat. So inside Tomcat, I need to go ahead and copy my web apps folder. In my web apps folder, I need to copy this file, my app.var file. But where is this file available? The file is available inside this folder, Jenkins folder. So what did I do? I went and ran a command saying that please copy my app.var file, copy from this location. What is this location, people? Copy this var file into where? Into Tomcat location. What is the location of Tomcat? The location of the Tomcat is /var/lib/tomcat9/web apps folder with the name called myapp.var file. Exactly, I want to make this happen, something like this. This is what I want. So copy command I want. Copy from this source to destination. If you remember, in Windows also we have done the same thing, participants. If you want, go to your drive C. If you look at your drive C, you will see Apache Software Foundation. Tomcat 10 is used here. Tomcat 9 we are using there. In web apps folder, you have copied, see the my app folder, the same folder, my app folder, same thing. So we copied it. How did we copy? For that, we have used copy copy command. In Windows, we have used copy command. In Linux, we are using cp command. Copy the location of the var file into Tomcat web apps folder. The web apps folder. That's what I've done. So what I've done for this to address this, what I have done is I've created a new job, which is job number 2. I wanted this job number 2 to be provisioned. How? When job 1 completes only. See, if you don't have var file, how you will go and do deploy? So let the var file be successful in creation. We will take the var file and deploy it into Tomcat. So for that, what I have done, I have gone ahead and started to do the deployment. So now for this configuration, what I have done, I just said I would like to pull the code. Code is not the Git code, but the code is now the artifact. So I said, let's first complete the job 1. After the completion of job 1, let's start this project and let's go ahead and copy it. Copy the source to destination. This was okay. But yesterday, when we were trying to do the deployment, I was failing literally. I was not able to do that. Why? Because let me show you something, participants. Let me go ahead and run a job out of the context. Let me go ahead and show you a job in Jenkins. Or let's go ahead and put another command here out of the box. There's nothing to do with this. And let's look at a Linux command. I'll put another Linux command. Add a new build step. I want to show you some execution. Asking, hey, what is the username that you are running all these commands? I would like to go ahead and confirm it. What is that name? With what name are you running? So let's go ahead and build now. Now this job will tell you on what name it is running or what user, instead of saying name, what user it is running with. I think it should have been done by now. Yeah. Participants, can you see the name? Who am I? What is the name it is mentioning? What is that user it is joining with? What is the user it is joining with or running with?
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
So in your system, participants, in your system or in my system till yesterday, there was no user called Jenkins. Do you agree, everyone? Do you agree,
Yes.
everyone? So now, in order to address this problem, what I have done is I have found a way to accommodate this user called Jenkins. So in Linux, we go ahead and add by command called sudo add a new user called Jenkins. Whatever the new user name that you want to give, you can go ahead and give a name called Jenkins. Now, this is something we have to go ahead and add it. For this, there is another way to address it. That is actually the right way, because we have to also set no password for it. So participants, what I have done is I went into this machine, and on the Linux, especially when it comes to Linux, there is something called sudo rs. Let me go ahead and show you cd to etc folder. There will be something called sudo rs in this. Nano, open up sudo rs. Yeah, when you open up the sudo rs, this is how the page will look like. So what I've done, I have created a user called Mr. Jenkins here. See, a user called Jenkins. And said, I want to go ahead and give him all privileges. And nowhere in this process, I don't want to use any password for connecting. No password should be asked. and I should go ahead and start using this for all access. So this is a slightly Linux command. Even if you don't understand, it's okay. Just take this command from me, or let me put those steps for you people so that you can use it when you're practicing. I'll write down the steps for you. I hope you guys can do the installations, but extra piece is something that I want you to do is this one. After you do, go ahead and log in, hit sudo, and you type in nano slash etc slash sudo ers. This is a folder you need to hit. In that, please add this liner. This liner, what is that liner? Jenkins. I'll copy paste for you. You can add this one, Jenkins all equal to no password. Just add this liner. Okay. After that, in order to make an exit, you can even go ahead and type in control. This is for exit. You want to come out of the file. CTR control plus X. Control plus X. How will I go ahead? Control X. Here it is. Control X. Would you like to make the changes? Hit capital Y. Enter. The file will undergo the changes. Is that clear, everyone? Hello, participants. Did we get a clear picture regarding the addition of Jenkins user? Now, if you go ahead and say sudo su Jenkins, it will start taking the privileges as a user Jenkins. See, it will take user as Jenkins. Ask it, who am I now? You are Jenkins. It is telling you that you have taken a role as Jenkins. Clear, everyone? The first issue was to address the user that you have created. We have to address that user with the name. So naming convention has been addressed, or the user has been added. Clear? Participants, are we clear? Any doubts? Okay, now we know that there is a problem. The problem is universal. We are running Jenkins. What port we are running with Jenkins, participants? What port are we running? What is a port for Jenkins?
88.
And what is Tomcat by default? Runs at what port?
8081.
By default, it also uses 8080.
80.
On our local machines, we have used 8080 for Jenkins, was working fine. During the installation, we said Tomcat, instead of using port 8080, which is your default, use 8081. That is what we have given to Tomcat, that go ahead and use 8081. Are we good?
Yes, Kumar.
When we were
Yes,
installing
Kumar.
Tomcat yesterday, did we configure anywhere
No.
port 8080 to Tomcat?
No.
Give me a minute, guys. Okay, so with regards to Tomcat, we were continuing with port 80. But if I visit my application, the application is running with port 8080 on Jenkins. So how will I go ahead and resolve this issue? That means we should go ahead and start using or Jenkins should be running at new port, which is not easy for us to do at this moment. So we are looking for a Tomcat to change the port. How would you go ahead and address Tomcat running at port 8080 or the next port? So participants, for this to address, so participants, this is the location where you have to go ahead and make the changes. Actually, it will be 8080. You will change to 8081. You have to change this port to 8081 participants. After this, you have to restart your Tomcat. I'm giving you the After this, participants, you are required to go to portal and open the security group.